Hi, I'm Alex, and in today's video I'm going to be looking at the Remarkable 2 versus an A4 pad and see how they compare specifically in terms of writing. And when I talk about writing, I don't mean a writing comparison test in terms of how they feel, and I've already looked at that in a separate video which I'll link above me now. Importantly, how the pens differ, how the size differ, what the options are on the Remarkable 2. Someone called Emanuel Oliveira messaged me to say, what pen options, how thin can you get your pen on the Remarkable 2? And it got me to thinking, with his help, that most people are going to be thinking about coming from a Remarkable 2 from an A4 pad and paper, which they're used to, and they'll probably have not tried anything else. So in this video, I'm going to look at the comparison between the two. So I'm going to start off here. I've pre-written some writing. So with a fountain pen here, I've written this is a test with a A4 pad and a medium thickness fountain pen. So I won't necessarily start writing with that. And similarly with a ballpoint pen, this is a test with an A4 pad and a normal ballpoint pen. When looking at these two and comparing it to the writing over there, what I noticed particularly is, although there definitely is a wider element with A4 paper, and what I'll do here is just give you put that there. So you can see that an A4 piece of paper is wider than the Remarkable 2, but what really struck me was not so much the width, but the length. I mean, these margins are very similar between the two, well, between the paper and the Remarkable 2. But you've got what, an extra, almost an extra third here, there or thereabouts. So you can see that there is a difference in width. You can write more widthways on a piece of A4 paper, but the biggest difference for me is actually lengthways. So what I did here on the Remarkable 2 was, what you got here, you can click on this and you've got a range of different pens. So my pen of choice is actually the fine liner, and I won't go through these all. Interestingly, you have got a highlighter here, so you can highlight things as well, but I'm going to use, I'll press back there to get rid of that, but I'm going to go back to the fine liner. And what you have here is a range of thicknesses and colours. So you've got black, grey and white. So with the medium thickness, I wrote out this line here. With the thin thickness, that sounds weird to say, but with the thin thickness, I wrote this line here, and the fine there, I wrote this bottom line with a thickness. And I really did notice, particularly with the thinnest line, and it is a lot, it's almost less legible than the rest, but it is that much smaller. Now, what some of you might be interested in as well is not just lines. Now, when you're looking at an A4 pad, you sort of go, it's line after line after line. But with the Remarkable 2, I can flip over here. Now, what you've got here, if I click on this and change the template layer, you've got a huge range of templates. So as Emanuel was talking about grids for sort of an Excel type use to see how that would work, I've chosen a small grid here, but you can see there's numerous grids. Actually, a lot of people ask me if there's anything life organising wise and calendar wise. What I often say to them is you can just upload any PDF onto the Remarkable, but there are some templates for checklists and things like that. But I'm going to go back to here. Now, these are the smallest grids that they do, and you can see it makes a huge difference. So we'll start off with a thick pen and just try and go round a square there. Now I think I can do better, but there you go. And it's usable for sure, but it's a very different experience if I use the thin pen. Now, importantly, if I then just try and write hi in that box there, and then if I just click again, now this is not something I do day to day. In my day to day, I use the fine liner, I use it in medium, and I don't generally look at all these other options. But you can see here, I mean, it's much more difficult to write in this thicker pen. So actually, while we're doing this, let's click on the medium pen. Let's draw a separate box here. Now you can see this is in one sense more legible, which is why I use the medium pen day to day. But you can see it's much easier here to use this thinner pen. So part of what was being asked is, what's the thinnest you can get? And I can see this being very useful to some people. And if I just put this under here, starts to maybe give you some context. So if I so there you go, it's as thin as I can get it. I don't think any of the other pens will be that much thinner. Let's have a look, mechanical pencil on thin. So that, if I try and, I mean, it's very, very similar and actually not quite as direct. So yeah, that's as thin as I can get it on the Remarkable 2. So if you want to look at well, first of all, a size comparison between A4 paper and the Remarkable 2, you've got a very direct comparison there. And if the pen thickness and how you can use that is of interest, hopefully that's been of help. So if you've liked this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you've got any thoughts or comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you'd like to become a part of this community, a part of learning and helping each other, then hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I've been Alex. Thanks for watching.